Game changer, lane changer. We are not the same. I can see what we came through. We do know the same. We the game players. The game changer. We the game changers. Game changer, lane changer. We are not the same. I can see what we made through. We do know the same. We the game players. The game changer. We the game changers. And I woke up to the game. And there's no limit, so they can't contain us. You are in the presence of greatness. Shaking things up, they don't make the game change.
Sharing the room out on Twitter.
We got the internet working, they internet searching. New car purchase, wanna see it in person. I'm trusted like
right here. Hey, it feels like I haven't been in here forever. If you're listening and you want to see my face, click that link at the top and join me on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. I am Stars Tina, and I'm so grateful, so excited to be here. I have a special guest with me today, all the way from Bermuda. Myself and Coach Janice together will be speaking with you today. But first, let me tell you now. You are in Breakfast with Champions, my favorite #1 show. And when you come into this space, people, you are going to get so much motivation. You're going to be like, calm it down, calm it down. Not only are we going to motivate you, we're going to educate you. We're going to give you the skills, the tools, and the strategies to uplift your life, to uplift your mindset, your business, your finances, your everything, okay? And then after we educate you, we're going to inspire you even deeper so you can go for those dreams and those goals and those aspirations that you didn't even know lived inside of you. So I just want to give out some good morning. Shucks, I forgot my glasses, but that's okay. I want to say good morning, Christina Howard, giving you hugs and kisses, hoping that you're getting up better. I see Dora Maria. I see Scott Simons. Good morning, Scott. I see Mary Lynn. And of course, my girl, Coach Janice, who is here with me live and in person in Bermuda. I actually watched the sunrise, everyone. It was so, okay, I didn't watch the sunrise, but I saw the light come up. Make some noise on mic. Do you hear the noise in the background? These like funny sounding crickets. Does anyone hear that? No, yes? They're called tree frogs. Anyone hear them? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And then you have the little cock-a-doodle-doos in the background. Good morning, Regina, Sulina, Melvin. I see Peter, Don. Angeline, do you hear the crickets in the background? Say that again.
Yes.
Angeline's like, Tina, leave me alone. I'm in bed. I know, again, happy Memorial Day. Janice, that's a holiday that we celebrate in America because I know not everyone in here is from America, but it is a holiday. And, you know, the room might be a little light today, but it's okay because I believe in quality. Let me finish off with my good mornings. I want to scroll all the way down. Hello, Maria. Come on, beautiful Maria. Join us on stage. The cool thing about Breakfast with Champions is everyone has a seat at the table. It doesn't matter if it's your first day, your last day, your second day. Felicia, welcome to the room. Bimo and Richard, welcome. I see you have a little red ticket, pink ticket, whatever you want to call it, which means that we want you to join our house. We want you to join our family because everyone has a seat at the table. I see Giovanni. I see Kimberly. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Atlantis, Gideon, Annette, Jacqueline, Fiona, Josephina. I could go on and on. Mark, Jason. Let's just give everyone a nice hello in the chat. Say hello. Also, the person above you, below you, give them a follow. Follow them on Instagram. Come on up here, Annette. Yes, yes, yes. Today's topic is going to be super important. And as you see, it is Monday, Motivational Mondays, which I love, love, love. But today I want to talk about when is the last time you did something for the first time? Think about that. When is the last time you did something for the last time? I really focus on change, on doing things that are uncomfortable. So today, myself and Janice together, we're going to talk about an event we did this weekend. Come on up here, Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Today, I'm going to give you 7 ways of how you can change your life by doing things that are uncomfortable. And if you don't catch all of them, hello, Limitless, get on up here. I want you to tap into BWCdaily.com because I'm not going to go through all 7 of them because we don't have the space for all 7 of them. I might get 3, I may get 4, who knows? Good morning, Dora Maria. But before we get started, really quick, tell me how your weekend was on mic and share your biggest takeaway, your greatest thing that happened to you this weekend. Come on up, share. Anyone want to go? Share your weekend love? And if they're not going to...
Well, it was my birthday, Stars, and I was able to have an amazing party with some family And what was awesome, it was just family. It was like I had this big place I was dog sitting at. It's like I was telling the other day, it's like 6,000 square foot home on 3 acres. And my friend's like, well, you can get together here if you want. And I was like, I just really want some family. It was my son and his girlfriend, and the guy I'm dating, and my mom, and we just chilled by the pool. And there was a day I would have been like, all right, kids, and let's put out flyers. I have changed so much in 54 years. So, but it was awesome. It was perfect. It was peaceful.
Happy birthday. And for anyone else who has a birthday or has a birthday coming up, happy birthday to you. And we're so grateful to have you all here. Anyone else want to share? Good morning, Sarah. Welcome for coming into the space. Anyone else want to share their highlight of the weekend? If so, on mic, say your name and share with us.
Hi, Star-Tina. It's Addy here. I had a wonderful time dancing away women's only outing. And I'm recovering because I haven't danced so much in such a long time because I've been working. But it was just great to just let my hair down. That was my weekend, and I hope others had a great weekend too.
Yes, I love it. I want to hear one more. Can someone else share with me what you did this
Yes, Star-Tina. I would love to share with you. This is Selena, Star-Tina.
Hi, Selena. Good morning. Let's hear it, girlfriend.
I'm great. So so far, this weekend has been absolutely great. So my birthday was on May 15th. So what I do for my birthday is 30 days, starting on the 15th of my birthday, is whatever, it's that 10-year mark. So I'm 52. I give away $50 or do something, right, for someone in my life for the 30 days. So this weekend, I can tell you, I went and hung out with 2 awesome women that God has blessed me with in my life. And they didn't know that it was my birthday. I don't advertise, right? And say it's my birthday. No knock against anyone, but I don't. And we went out and had an awesome time. I'm from the Caribbean, so we had an awesome time at this reggae calypso, right, festival. But I paid for everything for them, and I was just, man, in like a hug in heaven. That's how I felt. Like
I love it. A hog in heaven. I guess they're in heaven. But Selena, question. I'm going to guess right now. Are you from Jamaica or Trinidad?
Trinidad.
I knew it. I was going to say Trinidad first.
Yeah.
Which leads
so
me.
One of my girlfriends was from Jamaica, and then the other one is from Trinidad. So we just had, forget it. The people in them was like, they actually played the music an additional half an hour after the place closed, because they were like, you all was just having too much fun for us to shut it down at the time that we would normally shut it down.
I know how the island people are. I know how they are, which leads me to.
Yes. We don't know how to leave. We don't know how to leave. You know what I mean? We don't.
I love it. And Selena, listen to this right here. What's so amazing about this app is, if you're on Clubhouse right now, you just hear my voice. If you click the link at the top, you'll see my face. You'll also see another woman named Coach Janice. And she had spoken, I was speaking, or she had spoke on the app. This was probably 2 months ago, not even that long. And I said, hey, you sound like you're from Bermuda. Are you from Bermuda? And she said, yes. And I was like, I'm going there in a couple weeks. Long story short, I'm a health and life coach. She's a life coach. And I said, I really want to do something together. So we planned an event. And this weekend we had a health and wellness, a mindfulness, a yoga, like it was amazing balls. And it's all from meeting from this app right here. And that's the importance of community and reaching out, which leads to today's topic. Before I get into my tips, I just want to throw it over to Coach Janice so she can share about her weekend. And if you can write in the chat what you did great for the weekend, because I want to recognize you. It feels really good to just express what you're doing. But Janice, go with on mic. Let us know how your weekend was. But go for it.
Good morning.
I had an amazing weekend.
I think you have to mute yourself on your end on the StreamYard, if you can. Go ahead.
I think I'm muted on screen yet.
You're good.
Can you hear me better?
Okay, turn off your, try it now. I'll open you here. Turn off your Clubhouse. Let's try it from here. Talk to us from studio.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. There's a terrible echo, but anyhow, I'm going to power through this. I had an amazing weekend. First of all, I got to meet this amazing woman in person and her amazing family and friends. And I also bought the amazing person that I bought as well. So we had a great time. We just got together as women. It was just a lot of mindfulness. We did a bit of aromatherapy. We did a bit of stretching, yoga. We just had such an amazing time. And as Tina said, all brought together from this app, which was amazing, even more amazing. So I had a great weekend, empowered. I couldn't go to sleep after that weekend because the energy was so, how can I put it? My energy was such at a high level after leaving such an amazing space that it continued to spread for the whole weekend.
I love it. So Janice, I'm going to share some of the things we did, and I want you to tell us your highlights. So the event began with us sitting in a circle, and we're staying in an Airbnb. If you know, whenever I travel, I love to just be with a group of people, and this house is beautiful. There's about 7 or 8 of us here. I don't even know. But upstairs is a yoga studio. And in this studio, let me tell you, they must do all sorts of mindfulness because they were singing bowls. I played singing bowls. That's something I did for the first time. And it was amazing. They had all these instruments. So we started off with, I don't know if you've ever heard of the book, The 4 Agreements. We had these little cards, and each person picked a card and shared what it said about them. So we spoke about that. Then we did an amazing yoga flow that my daughter taught. And then after that, she did some stretching with them as I played the singing bowls, sound bowls. I'm getting it mixed up, but it was pretty amazing. And then after that, we did a little dancing with all the instruments, and I'm gonna make a beautiful reel, but I felt like I was back in Africa, not like I've ever been there, but it was just like my aunt was there, and my daughter knows these chants because she's done all sorts of stuff. So we couldn't really do her chant. She, something she was doing, we couldn't do it. So we just sang Kumbaya, my Lord. Kind of keep it simple for us, right? And then Janice got to talking about the importance of self-care. I want her to tell us, some of her tips for self-care today, because when it comes to change, as I mentioned, today's topic are things that you can do to get uncomfortable, because we want to get uncomfortable. We want to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that is where the change begins. But first, you must begin with self-care. After she spoke about self-care, we had snacks, and then we talked even more, and then took pictures. So Janice, I'm going to throw it over to you. And if you can just dive into what you do here in Bermuda, and you've heard her speak before, with her and Ramon are putting something together for next year for BWC, but tell us, about yourself and the self-care that's important that can help everyone here.
Thank you so much. Well, one of the most important things in life is to define and design your self-care. Because as individuals that give, and I know everyone on this app is a giver, someone that gives back to someone else's life, it is important for us to not pour from an empty cup. And no matter how many times we hear it over and over and over again, it's so easy to slip into that pouring out and forgetting the pouring in. So as a life coach, and an individual who believes in reset, as I told the ladies at our retreat, every sunset is an opportunity to reset and reboot. And one of the things that I find so important for busy entrepreneurs and individuals in the health and wellness space, or even the business space, is that when we pour out, if we don't make those intentional moments to pour in for self-care, we end up in burnout. And I know a couple of weeks ago, we talked a bit about burnout and how burnout can destroy every facet of our lives. And as a nurse and a life coach, I know firsthand, having met individuals who become completely burned out. And so I shared little mini things that the ladies could do to just recharge throughout the day. We don't have to wait till the end of the day to recharge. We can recharge while we are continuing in the day. And so I told them to take 5 minutes out just to get out of their office space or wherever they are and go outside and take some deep breaths. As a matter of fact, right now, I want everybody to just take a deep breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Breathe out. Deep breath in, hold it, and out. Just taking 2 deep breaths alone is self-care. We also talked a little bit about aromatherapy. And I know at this time there's so many individuals who struggle with sleeping. It's a big thing. I always hear people say, I just can't sleep. I can't get enough sleep. Well, one of the things I spoke about was aromatherapy and the importance of ensuring that we keep essential oils close by. Lavender happens to be one of my favorite essential oils. When it's diffused, it really helps to just make you feel a little bit more relaxed if you're not allergic to it. And it can really get you into that deep, deep sleep. And so we did a bit about aromatherapy. And then I also shared about creating what self-care looks like for you, because it's different for everyone. I've got friends that hate massages. They're like, oh, no, I don't want anybody massaging me. But for you, you need to define your own personal health and wellness self-care plan. It could be to drink more water. That's a quick tip. Just grab an extra 16 ounces of water each day. Self-care could also be for you, you know what? Just shutting everything off and sitting still for a moment. How many times do we do that throughout the day? Just shut everything out and sit still. It could be going by the water. Tina's here in Bermuda, and we've got water all around. And so, that's one of the things that we could do to take care of ourselves. And maybe it's taking a nice bath, putting on a candle. Maybe it's eating one green meal for the day. Whatever it is for you, I want to encourage you to really take some time to curate your self-care plan.
Thank you so much, Janice. Woo! And we're going to hang out again before I leave. I'm here until Wednesday, and hopefully we'll get together and get things going. Thank you so much, Janice. All right.
No problem.
Anyone have a question, comment you want to pour into Janice or ask her a question? If so, on mic, if you want to share your practice of self-care. Otherwise, the chat is blowing up, Janice. It's popping. It's blowing up. I asked, what did people do this weekend? And this is what I love. My favorite one, I'm going to read them all, but my favorite one so far is from Shirley Jones. She said, I had an incredible weekend. I helped my stingy hoarder of an 89-year-old father give himself permission to spend money on his greatest pleasure, which is smoking pot. Lots, LOLs, what a story. It proved to me that I am a very capable coach. Great job, Coach Shirley. I see here my mother, Hattie Manaki. I came here to support her in a half marathon. My mother won first place in her age group. Congratulations, Mommy. Woo, woo, woo. That was her highlight of the weekend. Renee did her first half marathon. She's here as well. And then I see here, yeah, that's what she said. What a beautiful country. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So what I want to move into, and also Don paid respect to the fallen in the Arlington National Cemetery. If anyone else wants to share what their highlight was for the weekend, please put it in here. I would love to know, or what your self-care regimen is. So I'm going to fast forward to the 7 tips. As I said, make sure you tap into BWC Daily. But before we do that, I just want to share, I haven't been here in 2 weeks. I hope Dr. Dale was here for me last week as I was on a plane to, I don't know where, I was on my way here. No, I was coming from California. So 2 weekends ago, I went to California. And before I talk about the California, we had our summit. Angeline, you see her up here. We had our Transform Your Business Summit, which was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun, so enlightening. And then after the summit, actually during the summit, the same day, I did my Toastmasters event, which was incredible. I actually won in the category, and I put a little story up, but I didn't even realize when I first started on the road for Toastmasters, I was in my club and they said, anyone want to do a competition? I thought it was just a club. And it went from the club level to the area to the district to the division. I might be saying them wrong, I don't know. But I learned so much this weekend, and I will know mid-July if I advance to the next level. If I do advance to the next level, then I'll go to Bahamas to compete again. And in my heart of all hearts, I feel like I'm already a winner. I am already a champion, whether I advance or not, because my goal is to just share my story. The reason why I feel it's so important for me to share my story is because people can learn from it. People can realize that they can do better, which goes back to today's topic of being uncomfortable. So I talked about our summit. I talked about Toastmasters, half marathon, which I did this weekend with my mother. So that was another win for me this weekend. And then doing the retreat with Coach Janice. So wonderful. And I just want to invite you to think of life as experiences. Think of each day as an opportunity to grow. We talked about being uncomfortable. It's not raining right now. I'm knocking on this wood because when we got on the plane, it said it was going to rain every single day. And it has been raining every single day, on and off. But one day we were here and it was squalling. I remember years ago, I never heard that word squalling until my aunt told me. A squall is when it's just pouring and pouring and pouring rain. If you can see my pictures, you see our backyard here is full of grass and trees and all beautifulness. And we said, let's do some grounding in the rain. So my daughter, my girlfriend, myself, we just went out in the grass and we were in the rain and we were singing and we were dancing and it was pouring. Has anyone ever done that before? Put in the chat if you've ever gone outside in the rain and cleansed your soul, cleansed your mind. It was absolutely amazing. Hello, Ashley, welcome. So that was another thing I did was the running out in the rain. And then, as I told you, the sound baths. So doing something for the first time. Today, I'm going to give you 7 tips. We have 9 more minutes as I'm here, and then Glenn Lundy's going to come through. So the first tip I'm going to give you to embrace, to have a better life, to get uncomfortable, is embrace the discomfort. Start by recognizing that growth and transformation often occur outside of your comfort zone. If you're always comfortable with everything that you're doing, you're probably not going to grow. You want to challenge yourself with new things. The second tip I want to give you is face your fears. Identify the things that make you feel afraid or anxious and confront them head on. Maybe it's public speaking. You know that you're super nervous to talk in public. Maybe you're afraid to get up on this stage. Join Toastmasters. I'm going to say that right here. And I forgot, I wanted to welcome again Yao, Jada, I might be saying your name wrong, forgive me, Chris, Boshaw, and Trevor. Welcome to our space, also Influ. Make sure if you have that pink ticket, click the link at the top, join our house club family, join us here, raise your hand, get up on stage. Face your fears. If you have a question, ask a question. I remember when I first came into this app and I would write down my questions. I'd write it and I'd wait. Like if anyone here's ever played double dutch before and it's like, you're there, like, when do I go in? When do I go in? That was me to raising my hand. Just jump in on the deep end. The third tip, try new things. Break away from your normal routine. If you normally drive to work the same day every day, and I remember when I used to drive to work, I'm all virtual now. I would just autopilot. Try a different route. Maybe you park the car further and walk to the car. Maybe you take the stairs. Try something new and different. Pushing yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. Welcome, Tanya. Hey, girl, hey. The next tip I want to give you, take calculated risks. So important. Taking calculated risks challenges you to grow, adapt, and learn valuable lessons along the way. Yes, everything may not go as you planned. I always say, expect the worst and hope for the best. This way, when things go amazing, it's like, okay, I don't know about you, but I am great under pressure. Not to say that I enjoy it, but I just expect it because it's always going to be something. No matter what it is, I remember I did an event. It was a huge event. It was like 250 people scheduled. And the day before, my photographer said, the person who was supposed to do it couldn't do it. I was like, oh my gosh, a different event. The caterer canceled like the day of. So these things are like, it's like a game to me. I get excited. It's like, okay, this is happening. How can I fix it? Instead of freaking out, just calm down, breathe, and realize God makes everything work out the way it's supposed to work out. Just like this space right now, we currently have 65 people. And I always say, let's get to 100, but it's a holiday, so some people may be sleeping. But God wanted these 65 people right here in this room to hear this message. I challenge you today to get a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe it's having a conversation with someone. That's another thing you can do. Seeking discomfort, practicing resilience, encouraging uncomfortable conversation. That's the last one I'm going to leave with today. Sometimes there's a conversation that you may have to have with a sister, with a parent, about your boundaries. Let's just talk about that right there. Because sometimes people are flippity floppity with their boundaries and they get taken advantage of, they're hurt, and they're hurt in silence. And pain is not a cool thing. I know, because I'm the traumedy queen. I am that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. And I speak from experiences. You have to share what you're feeling. You have to tell people, and you don't have to yell at them. You don't have to be mean about it. You're just expressing, well, when you said this, it made me feel this way. And sometimes people have all these thoughts in their heads. I want to invite everyone, if you have not heard the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, I could read it every single week because it is so important. We have these stories in our head. I'm going to share an example with you guys. So, we're here in Bermuda. I have family here and I have friends visiting with me. And some of my friends went to the beach the other day. And to be honest, I just wanted to be alone. I have been going non-stop for 2 weeks. And some people went to church, some people went to the beach. I'm like, I'll meet you at the beach. And honestly, I was like, I really don't want to go to the beach. I just want to be quiet. So they took the bus to the beach. And then I told my aunt met them there. And then next thing I know, they're like, yeah, she left. We're walking to the bus stop. And in my mind, I'm like, why would my aunt leave them? Now, mind you, they're in a whole other country. Leave them. Oh, we got some comments here. Hi, Kimberly. Why would my aunt leave them at the beach? And it's all about communication. Let me tell you, my aunt said she went to the beach to give them a ride, but she didn't tell them this. And my friends that were at the beach didn't say, hey, can we get a ride back? So it looked and felt as if she didn't even want to give them a ride. That goes back to the miscommunication. Has this ever happened to someone where they didn't express themselves and it just got all out of control? If so, I would love to hear your story. If you've ever not spoken up on a conversation, just unmic. Let me hear where not having a conversation was uncomfortable for you. I have to try the Ramon pause. And maybe you didn't have this. I'm happy for you. I want to give Kimberly some love because Kimberly is over here on YouTube just lighting up the stage. She said self-care, deep breathing, and drinking lemon water and prayer. First thing in the morning, I will add it 2 more times to my day. Thank you, Dr. Janice and Stars Tina. We love you, Kimberly. She also said, embrace my uncomfortable zone and face my fears. She said, try something different. I like you. Where are you from, Kimberly? Can you chat with us, Kimberly? When you said this, it made me feel this way. Yes, so important to embrace those uncomfortable feelings. Alrighty, I understand some people are going to be going to meet family today, having cookouts and all that wonderful stuff. I'm probably going to be on the beach, but I want to invite each and every one of you to tap into BWC Daily if you have not. Read, if you didn't catch all the 7 tips that I gave you, they're in more detail there. You can get that because when you get uncomfortable, you grow, you change, you feel amazing. At first, it's not too cool. It's like, okay, think of a snake or a turtle or a butterfly. Yes. Can you imagine what a butterfly must feel when it starts out in its little funny looking cocoon and then it gets out and then turns into this beautiful, amazing butterfly? That's what happens to us. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Where the heck is Kalamazoo? Is that really a town? Someone please talk to me.
You're not right, Tina. You're not right. Tina, there's like 3 hours from Ashley.
I thought Ashley, Kalamazoo. That's not a real place. I don't believe you. I think they're making it up. That's like super Kalamazoo.
I have a client from there, Tina. It is a real place. I'm from Michigan. I can testify. It's a real city.
Okay. Well, we love you, Kimberly, for coming through. Dr. Janice is back with us, and we are just super grateful for everyone that's here. We're going to get ready to light up this stage for Glenn Lundy. Coach Janice, you want to add anything to something that happened in your life where you felt uncomfortable, or maybe where I spoke before about conversations?
Most definitely. I can say for me, I have done a lot of uncomfortable things. Just stretching, 100% this weekend. That was my first like deep, quiet time. We were like really quiet and still for almost 2 hours. And for me with self-care, I make sure I get those little intentional small pockets that do build up and compound. But I would say taking extended periods of stillness. And when you do those things that feel uncomfortable, they definitely stretch you, but they also bring you to a different awareness of the power that you've been given by God inside of you to make it all beautiful, to just do the things that you want to do. So I agree with you 100%, Tina. And thank you for, again, you met a complete stranger. We might have been met on the app. We didn't meet in person, but you did something uncomfortable. We did something uncomfortable. But in the end, it created a cosmic explosion of blessings for all that attended this weekend. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just want to say one more thing. We're having Glenn in here in like 30 seconds. A lot of people, after they saw the pictures and after they saw the video, they were like, wow, I should have come. And sometimes I believe people are afraid to try new things. Like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to go there? I have to get out of here because Glenn's coming through. But I want to invite you tonight to, actually, I changed it. 10 o'clock today, I'm having a new members class. I run an online fitness boutique studio. I also do life and health coaching. If you're looking for any guidance, tap into me. Otherwise, let's unmic, let's make some noise, let's share the room out in the hallways, give it up, make some noise for the amazing, the one, the only, America's #1 speaker, Glenn Lundy. Good morning, Glenn.